Madam Speaker, I rise to lead the debate of and have read for a second time in this Honourable House the bill shortly titled Crown Proceedings Amendment Bill 2023. Madam Speaker, this bill, which is even shorter than the last bill, is an analogous amendment to the Crown Proceedings Act to reflect the terms and provisions of the Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Act 2023. Madam Speaker, the only amendment to the Crown Proceedings Bill that is recommended in this bill, to the act that is recommended in this bill, is that Section 14 be amended to read as follows. All documents required to be served on the Nevis Island Administration for the purpose of or in connection with any civil proceedings against the Nevis Island Administration shall be served on the legal department of the Office of the Premier of the Nevis Island Administration, and all documents required to be served on an officer of the Nevis Island Administration as distinct from the Nevis Island Administration itself shall be served on that officer. That is the beginning, the middle, and the end of this proposed bill, Madam Speaker, to amend the Crown Proceedings Act. Madam Speaker, as I said in the debate earlier, these are important amendments to close the legislative lacuna that was discovered and declared by the court in the NIA versus Ocean Reef case. This is a necessary addition to complete the closure of that gap by this Honourable House. And I do not wish to go into any further detail, because if I did, I would be repeating what I said earlier in the session, Madam Speaker. So all I would simply say is that this is a necessary aspect, and I want to just explain what is the practical implication of this amendment. When a person is looking at the laws of St. Christopher and Nevis and they want to sue the federal government or the NIA, they go to the Crown Proceedings Act. If the Crown Proceedings Act remained silent and did not include the amendments proposed in this bill, and you did not know there was a Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Act, you would simply serve the Attorney General with any action. This analogous amendment makes clarity, or creates a clarity in the legislation, so that anyone who looks at our laws, whether it be online or in our texts, can know that if they need to bring an action against the NIA, they bring that action against the NIA. And Madam Speaker, that is simply what this analogous amendment does. And given what has transpired in this Honourable House in the last few minutes, I wish it similar safe passage as the previous bill, the NIA Civil Proceedings Bill. Madam Speaker, with your leave, that is all that I have to say on this bill.